everybody doing today? Good. I'm just open up for questions and get at it.
Coach, after looking at the film from last weekend, just what was your biggest takeaway, positive or negative, about your team?
I thought the biggest takeaway and the thing that we really noticed on film how well those guys really played. They played hard. They really strained themselves. They put us in position right there at the end, making the defense making a fourth down stop was incredible. We had an opportunity to put it in the box at the end with a minute or some seconds left to go down and score and possibly tie the game up. We had a couple miscues there, but overall I thought the guys really strained themselves. And offense, I think, played very well. Anytime you go 9 or 14 on third down, that's when you can put the ball in the box. And that's what we always talked about during the course of the week, converting on third down. At the same time, defensively, we have to stop people. We got to get off the field on third down. I think there was 8 or 14 on third downs, and we didn't do a very good job of getting off the field on third downs. And they had too many big plays, too many explosive plays for us. We got to minimize that this week against a good University of Arkansas Bluff football program under the direction of Coach Hampton. So we just got to go and correct those mistakes throughout this week, get a good game plan together, and go to Arkansas and win the ball game.
Is Ashton Strother, based on the last 2 games in a row, is he the full-time starter?
Yeah, he's been playing well for us, and there's some of the things that we got to correct on him. It's correctable. Some of his read was off this past week against FAMU. We thought that he could do a better job at the end of the game. Just 1 minute and 27 seconds left. A couple of reads that he missed, but those are correctable. Making sure that we get that job done during the course of this week practice. The thing that he missed,
Will you experiment with Cam McCoy coming in from the Wildcats or with you or RPO stuff?
Yeah, we have that in, and I think Cam has been doing a great job of getting to practice and doing things that we can expect out of him. If we need him, we'll put him in, and we'll go from there.
How do you get that consistency y'all had offensively in the first half? How do y'all get that before a full game?
And just the biggest thing, and like I always say, you play 4 quarters of it. And when you execute the first half and you come back out the second half and try to do some of the same stuff that you're doing, we're talking about consistency. Consistency is getting first down. Making sure that we stay on the positive side of the sticks. I think we had 10 penalties, and I think 4 was pre-snap penalties, whether it was offsides or whether it was a false start on offense. So we didn't have no major infractions in terms of penalties, but it was just the small stuff that we had. We just got to correct that and make sure that we're doing a good job of staying in front of the chain.
Have there been discussions about trying to get Dupree Fuller a little bit more involved? He had a pretty good season last year, but this year he kind of hasn't been showing up a lot.
Well, we still see a lot of personnel stuff this past week. There's been a lot of 12 personnel stuff that we try to involve the tight ends in because we know what kind of caliber player he is. And, played well last year for us. Caught a lot of passes last year. And we try to spread the wealth around. We only have one football, so you don't get in the habit of telling the quarterbacks where to throw it because his read kind of take him to those positions. A lot of times it don't get to him. But some of them is his first read. So in that situation, it just depends on the play. But getting them involved, we always try to get them involved in the running game as well to make sure they don't really just get a clue on what we're doing in terms of offense.
What would you say the team's mentality is right now, sitting at 1-7?
I'll tell you what, these guys have been great. They have been great. They've been excited. They were excited last week. They came out with a lot of energy against FAMU. This week it's been the same. I just tell you, just the effort. We just got to just finish the game. They know it right there. They know it right there on the burst of it. So anytime you got a team like this and sitting at the record we're sitting at, and you still got a lot of energy, a lot of guys motivated to try and win a ball game, then you know you got yourself something. So these guys have been very encouraging. I've been very excited to see them come on the field each and every day. So it's been a lot of positive stuff that I've seen from these young men being at this type of record.
Is there a chance we see Jalen Woods at all for the rest of the season?
No. I think Jalen still is up under his concussion protocol deal. We got to be very careful with that. He having so many concussions and stuff like that, and bringing him back, too soon and getting the bump on him. We're kind of having things for him, but he's been positive. He come to practice and throwing balls, and I wish we could have him out there. So, but we got to be careful in the situation of that guy. We have having so many concussions.
At this point in the season, what can you and your staff do to change or implement to help you guys get on the right track for the last 4 games?
The biggest thing is to just keep encouraging the young men to go out and play hard each and every time. That's the biggest thing. I think they do a great job of that as coaches, mingling with the young men during the stretch period, making sure they motivated and things of that nature. So if we just continue to do that, and get the young men to understand we just have to just execute and stuff like that. And I think these young men, they're doing a great job right now of handling the situation and that approach us each and every week. So we just got to continue to push them, continue to keep better each and every week.
Last question.
What's the status of running backs Barry Mellon and Jason Gabriel? I think they haven't played the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I mean, we. I tell you what, Hollis carried the ball 26 times. Rushed for 140-something yards. I mean, it's tough when you have a running back of that caliber, and then try to get other guys to come in and play. But opportunity will present themselves. And I got to tell the guys in the course of practice, how you work in practice, you get the opportunity to get through the course of the game. So I think all the guys really understand that part, that they really have to show us that during the course of the week that they really deserve the opportunity to carry the football or play, period. So.
Thank you, Coach McNair. Thank you.
Thank you.